You see, within each of us lies a potential as vast and profound as that of the seed. And just like the seed, our greatest growth often comes from the darkest places. But what holds us back? Why do we, unlike the seed, let our fears, our doubts, and the barriers we perceive dictate what we can or cannot achieve? The answer is simple, yet profound. We have forgotten the power of acting. As if these barriers are merely illusions, as if our potential knows no bounds. Let me share a story that illustrates this beautifully. There was a young man, not much different from you or me. He faced challenges one after another like waves crashing against the shore. Just when he thought he couldn't withstand anymore, he remembered the tale of the sea. He decided then and there to act as if nothing could hold him back. Day by day, he faced his fears, took small but significant steps towards his goals, and to his astonishment, he began to grow, not just in his achievements, but in his belief in himself. He realized that the only limits that truly existed were the ones he had placed upon himself. Now, you might wonder, how does one begin to act as if? The answer lies in the small choices we make every day. When you wake in the morning, do you act as if today holds the potential to be the best day of your life? When faced with a challenge, do you act as if you are capable of overcoming it? It's in these moments, these decisions, that we begin to break free from the shackles of our perceived limitations. Let me ask you, what would you do differently if you knew you couldn't fail? Would you pursue that dream that's been lingering in the back of your mind? Would you take the leap into the unknown, trusting that you have the strength to soar? The power of acting as if opens the door to possibilities we've never dared to imagine. But remember, acting as if doesn't mean ignoring the realities of life. It means seeing beyond them, recognizing that every obstacle is also an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to transcend. It means understanding that the journey towards realizing our potential is not always easy, but it is always, always worth it. So I invite you today to plant your own seed, nurture it with belief, with action, and with the unshakable conviction that nothing can hold you back. Act as if your dreams are already unfolding, as if the challenges you face are merely stepping stones on your path to greatness. In doing so, you'll find that the only thing more extraordinary than the journey itself is the person you become along the way. In this incredible journey we call life, the most powerful tool we possess isn't found in the external world. It's not the technology we create, the structures we build, or even the knowledge we accumulate. No, the most powerful tool, the essence of what can truly propel us from mere existence to a life of greatness, is the power of belief. Belief in oneself, in our potential, in the fact that regardless of where we stand today, we have within us the seeds of greatness waiting to sprout. Consider for a moment the story of a young girl who was told she was too small, too frail to ever achieve athletic greatness. This girl, with dreams larger than her physique, decided not to listen to the voices of doubt, but instead listen to the voice within that whispered, "You can do this." She trained, she fell, she rose, and she conquered. That young girl, Wilma Rudolph, overcame polio and went on to win 3 Olympic gold medals in track and field. How? She believed in herself against all odds. Now you might say that's a story of exceptional talent. But let me tell you, talent without belief is like a car without gas. It won't get you far. It was Wilma's belief, her unyielding conviction in her own abilities, that fueled her journey. It transformed her from a child who doctors said might never walk again to an Olympic champion. What about you? What limitations have you accepted as your reality? What dreams have you let go because someone said they were too big for you? Today, I challenge you to dust off those dreams. Your belief in yourself is the key that unlocks the door to possibilities you've yet to imagine. Let's talk about belief in another light. Consider the Wright brothers, Wilbur and Orville. In an age where the very idea of human flight was scoffed at, they believed They faced ridicule, failures, and setbacks that would have deterred anyone less convinced in their vision. Yet it was their unwavering belief that humans could fly that carried them through. On that historic day at Kitty Hawk, when their aircraft took to the skies, it wasn't just a machine that soared. It was the human spirit, fueled by belief. Herein lies the secret. It's not just about believing in something. It's about believing in it so completely that it becomes your reality. It's about aligning your actions, your thoughts, and your entire being with the certainty that what you seek is not only possible, it's inevitable. So how do you cultivate this powerful belief? Start by challenging the limitations you've set for yourself. Every limit you have, question it, push it, expand it. Remember, the boundaries of your reality are governed by the strength of your belief. Speak to yourself with encouragement. Affirm that you are capable, talented, and deserving. Surround yourself with voices that uplift you, with people who believe in the beauty of their dreams and in the power of yours. And then take action. Belief alone is like a car with fuel, but no driver. You must steer it in the direction of your dreams. With each step forward, your belief will grow stronger, your resolve firmer, and your successes closer. Let me leave you with this thought. Inside you is a wellspring of potential, untapped and waiting. The key to unlocking that potential is belief. Not belief as a mere concept, but as a living, breathing force that guides your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately your destiny. Believe in yourself as if your life depends on it, because in truth it does. The life you dream of, the life you were born to live, is on the other side of belief. It's time to believe, to act, and to transform your world. Remember, in the symphony of your life, you are the soloist. The music you make is limited only by your belief in how beautiful it can be. So I ask you again, what would you do if you knew you could not fail? The answer lies not in the asking, but in the belief that you indeed cannot fail. In the pursuit of our dreams, in the journey toward achieving our greatest ambitions, we inevitably encounter formidable foes named fear and doubt. These are not just mere stumbling blocks. They are the walls we build ourselves, the shadows that follow us even in the brightest of days. But here's the truth I want to share with you today. The most successful individuals, the ones we admire and look up to, have faced these same fears. The difference? They chose to confront them, to act despite the fear, to move forward even when every fiber of their being screamed for them to retreat. Consider for a moment the story of a young girl with a dream to fly. At a time when flying was reserved for the birds and the brave few with their rudimentary machines, she dared to dream of soaring among the clouds. Her name was Amelia Earhart. Fear? She knew it well. Doubt? It was a constant companion. Yet she chose to fly, to explore, to chart paths where none existed. Amelia's belief in herself, her willingness to face fear and doubt head-on, transformed her from a young girl with a dream into a legend, an icon of courage and determination. You see, fear and doubt are not barriers to our success. They are the gatekeepers, challenging us to prove how badly we want to achieve our goals. When faced with rejection, with the possibility of failure, with the unknown, we have two choices: to succumb to these fears or to rise above them. The antidote, my friends, is action. Action is the light that dispels the shadows of doubt, the force that breaks down the walls of fear. Let me share with you a personal anecdote. There was a time when the idea of speaking in front of a crowd filled me with dread. The fear of rejection, of not being good enough, was overwhelming. But I realized that my fear was keeping me from my calling, from sharing my message and making an impact. So I took a step, then another, and another, speaking to small groups, then larger ones, until the fear no longer controlled me. With each step, I was telling fear and doubt that they would not dictate the course of my life. I chose to act, and through action, I found my strength. History is replete with examples of individuals who overcame their fears through sheer determination and action. Consider Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison, not knowing if he would ever see freedom again. Yet he emerged with a resolve to heal a nation, to bridge divides that seemed insurmountable. His fear did not vanish upon his release. Instead, he faced it every single day, choosing to fight for peace, equality, and reconciliation. So, how do we apply this in our lives? Start with small actions, steps that challenge your comfort zone but are manageable. Want to start a business but fear failure? Begin with research, develop a plan, take a course. Afraid of rejection? Understand that every no brings you closer to a yes, that rejection is not a reflection of your worth, but a step in your journey. Remember, action breeds confidence, not the other way around. You don't wait to become fearless to act, you act, and through action you diminish your fear. Embrace the philosophy that action is the antidote to fear. When doubt whispers that you can't, let your actions scream, I can, I will. As we navigate through life, let us adopt the mindset that fear and doubt are not stop signs, but signposts, guiding us toward our growth, our strengths, and our potential. Let this be your mantra. I will act as if I cannot, not because failure is impossible, but because in action, in persistence, and in courage, we find the paths that lead us to our greatest achievements. The role of discipline in our lives cannot be overstated. Discipline is the bridge between thought and accomplishment, the silent partner in every success story, and the foundation upon which dreams are built. It is the disciplined application of our efforts that transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. But let us not confuse discipline with punishment or hardship. Discipline, in its truest form, is the highest expression of self-love. It is the commitment to oneself, to nurture, to grow, and to reach beyond the confines of our present capabilities. Now consider the magic of small daily disciplines. Imagine the humble acorn, seemingly insignificant, buried beneath the soil. With time and the discipline of nature, it grows against all odds into the mighty oak. So too can our smallest actions, repeated with intention and consistency, grow into achievements that stand the test of time. Success, then, is not an act of spontaneity, but the result of a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Jim Rohn, a sage in the world of personal development, often spoke of the accumulative effect of daily disciplines. He likened success to farming, where the diligent care of the crop, day in and day out, leads to the bounty of the harvest. It is a reminder that there are no shortcuts to any place worth going. The path to success is paved with the bricks of daily effort, each one laid with purpose and vision. Let me share with you a story that illuminates this principle. There was once a young writer filled with ideas and ambition, but also plagued by procrastination and doubt. Each day he set out to write, only to be met with distractions and excuses. Then he made a simple, yet life-changing decision. He committed to writing just one page a day. No matter the circumstances, this small discipline, seemingly inconsequential at the time, became the foundation upon which he built his career. Years later, he had authored several best-selling novels, each one a testament to the power of daily discipline. But how does one cultivate such discipline? The answer lies in the clarity of our goals and the strength of our why. When our purpose is clear, discipline becomes not a burden, but a tool of empowerment. It requires us to prioritize, to focus on what truly matters, and to say no to the myriad distractions that life throws our way. It's important to recognize that discipline and consistency are not inherent traits, but skills that can be developed. Start small, celebrate your progress, and build on your successes. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and it is in the taking of each consecutive step that we find our stride. And so I challenge you to embrace the discipline required to turn your dreams into reality, to wake each day with the resolve to take action no matter how small, to understand that the road to achievement is a marathon, not a sprint, and that patience paired with discipline is the key to unlocking your potential. In this ever-evolving tapestry of life, Change is as inevitable as the rising and setting of the sun. It sweeps across our lives, unbidden and often unexpected, leaving a trail of transformation in its wake. Yet within this constant flux lies a profound opportunity for growth, a chance to adapt, to evolve, and to become more than we were. It's in the heart of change that we find our true potential unfurling before us like a path long awaited. Consider, if you will, the might of the bamboo. In its early stages, it grows slowly, so imperceptibly that one might overlook its progress. But then, in a burst of growth, it soars to remarkable heights in a matter of weeks. The secret? Its foundations deeply rooted and ever expanding, preparing for the moment when it shoots towards the heavens. Like the bamboo, our growth is often unseen, accumulating strength below the surface until the moment we're ready to break through the soil of our self-imposed limitations. In the realms of personal and professional life, adaptability isn't just a skill, it's a necessity. The winds of change, whether gentle breezes or tumultuous storms, require us to bend, much like the bamboo. It's in the flexibility to adapt that we find resilience, the courage to embrace the unknown, and the wisdom to see challenges not as obstacles, but as stepping stones on our journey to greatness. History is rife with tales of those who, faced with the tides of change, chose to ride the waves rather than be swept away by them. Take, for example, the story of a small bookstore teetering on the brink of oblivion in the face of digital revolution. Instead of succumbing to the changing times, they transformed their business model, integrating cafes and community spaces, embracing online sales alongside their physical presence. They turned a potential downfall into a renaissance of reading culture, proving that when we adapt, we do more than survive, we thrive. And then there's the tale of a tech giant born in a garage that revolutionized personal computing. As the digital age evolved, so too did they, venturing into music, phones, and even wearable technology. Their success lies not just in innovation, but in their adaptability, their willingness to explore uncharted territories and redefine what's possible. So how do we cultivate this adaptability within ourselves? It starts with a mindset, an openness to change, and a readiness to learn from every experience. It's about asking, what can this teach me? Rather than lamenting, why is this happening to me? Every change, every challenge is laden with lessons waiting to be uncovered. Moreover, it's about continuous learning, staying curious and hungry for knowledge. The world is a vast repository of wisdom, each day offering new opportunities to grow and learn. Embrace it, whether it's picking up a new skill, exploring a hobby, or simply reading something outside your comfort zone. Every step you take expands your horizons and prepares you for the changes to come. In the dance of life, change is the music that spurs us on, pushing us to reach new heights, to discover parts of ourselves we never knew existed. It asks us to let go of the old to make way for the new, to shed our leaves like the mighty oak, knowing that in spring we'll bloom anew, more vibrant than ever before. As we stand on the brink of tomorrow, looking out at the horizon of possibilities, let us make a pact to welcome change with open arms, to embrace the discomfort of growth, and to step into the unknown with the confidence of those who know that adaptability is the key to enduring success. Let's not just go through life, but grow through it, for it's in change that we find the true essence of living. You see, the world around us is a tapestry rich with opportunities woven into the very fabric of everyday life. Yet, so often, these opportunities remain unseen, not because they are hidden, but because we have not opened our eyes to them. We wait for the right moment, the perfect conditions, not realizing that the moment we seek is already here, waiting for us to seize it. Now, let me tell you about the power that resides within you. The power to transform the canvas of your life into a masterpiece of your own making. It's a power that doesn't whisper but roars, echoing through the actions you take each day. This power, my friends, is the essence of creating your own opportunities. Consider the greatest achievers, the luminaries who have shaped our world. They did not sit idly by waiting for chance to knock on their doors. No, they stood up, walked out, and built doors where there were none. They understood a fundamental truth, that to create opportunities, one must be proactive. One must act with intention and purpose. But how? You ask, can we begin this journey? It starts with a belief in yourself, in your ability to affect change, not just in your own life, but in the world around you. It's about embracing the notion that you are the architect of your destiny, that each day offers a new cornerstone upon which to build the edifice of your future. Let's ignite that spark within, turning it into a fire that lights your way. Start small, with actions that may seem insignificant, but are, in truth, the seeds of greater achievements. It can be as simple as reaching out to someone who inspires you, learning a new skill, or taking a step towards a goal you've long harbored. Remember, the mightiest rivers start as mere trickles, and the tallest oaks from small acorns grow. In this pursuit, let fear and doubt be your adversaries, not your masters. Face them with the resolve of a warrior, knowing that every challenge overcome is a victory in the making. Embrace the discomfort of growth, for it is in the forging fires of adversity that we are truly shaped. As you walk this path, remember, you are not alone. Surround yourself with those who lift you higher, who share your vision and passion. Together, let's create a symphony of actions that resonates across the valleys of our doubts and climbs the mountains of our aspirations. In closing, I implore you to rise, not just for the sake of your dreams, but for the legacy you will leave behind. The world awaits your mark, the indelible imprint of your will and perseverance. So, step forward. Not as a whisper in the wind, but as a resounding echo that shapes the very essence of tomorrow. This, my dear friends, is the essence of creating your own opportunities, not by waiting for the stars to align, but by reaching up and rearranging them ourselves. The time is now, the Creator is you, and the opportunities are endless. Let's begin.